For all our lives, we've been putting our attention on perishable things, momentary things. You want to keep spending your time like this? If I say, okay, now it's 6:28. 6:28, yesterday, what was your experience? Exactly. You can't remember. Then why are you telling me about last year or 3 months ago? It's just something your mind is forming an idea, and if you're not careful, it's writing an impression in your consciousness, planting a seed that you don't forget, so that you cannot feel free of it. You keep on relating to this incident 6 months. It's nonsense. It really is nonsense. Otherwise, almost every thought that comes will make some impression on your mind. Now, can you imagine what that would feel like? Have you ever seen somebody who is affected by every thought that comes in their mind? It's very restless. They cannot relax. Every thought they're giving importance to it. What is important is that when something has a value, you'll recognize its value intuitively, you'll give attention to it. When it doesn't have a value, and how will you know? From your beingness, you'll know. You'll develop that acuteness of discernment to know that there's nothing here. Stay in the beingness. Can anything be greater than the beingness? Can it be greater than the isness? No, just to stay with this. And something will continue to deepen, to mature even more and more in this isness field. I cannot describe more than that. Many of what I considered are perhaps the greatest books on our planet. Some of the Gitas, the Ashtavakra Gita, the Ripu Gita, these are books, they are not so much teachings, but they are the spontaneous utterances that are spoken by the sages who perceive the self. So they are delightful to read. They all have a kind of style, like they're repetitive. They keep repeating. Why repeating? You see? Because we picked up ignorance through repetition also. In the same way, we neutralize ignorance by repetition of what is true. The mind says, no, I'm bored, give me something new, I want some adventure, you see. But the one who is wise just hears the truth and feel it being reflected in different ways, but always the same thing. Mind wants to go out shopping through the senses, gathering time and change. But the one who is wise stays in the heart. When I say stay in the heart, I don't mean that you're restricted. Because what I mean by staying in the heart means staying in your immensity. You may think going about is really being universal, but sometimes you'll go about just wasting your time. But when you recognize the isness of being, perhaps that's what it means, a human being, not human becoming. The beingness side is resting in the isness, in what is. And it is not it's not stagnating, it's not sterile, it is powerfully alive in the most beautiful way. It never fades, it never becomes just darkness. So this is your own light and life. This is what it means to come to Mandisaja. That these things you're being reminded of, it's being pointed out in you. So you recognize, so that you are naturally happy. You're not looking for things to make you happy. You are happiness itself. Happiness is your perfume. Peace, your perfume. Joy, your perfume. See? But the flower from which they come, no one can find. While we have the impression that we are just merely a person, flesh and blood and conditioning. We are prone to many influences, and we are distracted for much of our life pursuing the wind. But as you are rediscovering your original nature, you see, then your restlessness is beginning to go away. Any forms of depression or anger or all these things, they're floating away like clouds. There comes a stillness about you. And people notice it. They may not know, the mind maybe try to understand, but some beings, they notice this and they are attracted naturally to this light. Others, they want to get away. Are you strong enough to bear your own light? Yeah. Would you rather to be liked by everybody but don't know who you are? Or to be who you are and not to be liked by anybody? Not so easy, huh? So much of what the person is so much in need of appreciation and and all this, but the one who appreciates today maybe don't appreciate tomorrow. But the one who has found himself has found everything. You found everything. If you dare to trust it and follow it, the guidance you have received, and to stay with the thing that you have discovered. I say follow it today and you'll find it today. Many of you came here for first time. I see many faces I'm seeing for the first time. Maybe you've never been to satsang before, but perhaps you are amongst those who saw today the thing that many thousands of people are searching for and not found. Maybe you came just to keep company with a friend, but maybe not be you who find it. Who knows? This is mystery.